Just because it's pop music doesn't mean it's not authentic, or that it can't be resonant, or that it can't touch people,
Yeah, I
really
mean, well,
strongly.
I would say on the contrary, I think that pop music, when it is authentic, is so much, I don't know if it's more authentic, but to me it's more exciting, just personally, because of the confinement and the challenge. Like, to create a pop song that resonates as authentic, or that resonates as something that someone can connect with, like on a really deep personal level, is something that like I find really exciting, because it's so hard to achieve.
You've been writing songs since you were 15 with Ron LaPata and the great Simon Wilcox.
The great
Simon Wilcox.
Yeah.
And Tog Salter. And like, you've been writing for almost 10 years with these people. By now, when you're in a room doing it, it must be just like telepathy at this point.
There's certain people in the world, or at least that I've met in my life, that when you every time you see them, you're like overwhelmed at the way that their mind works. And I think for that reason, on one hand with me and Simon, I feel like we have very much an unspoken telepathy. Like, I could show her the weirdest, most abstract lyrical concept, and of anyone in a room, I think she would understand it as much as anyone could. But on the other hand, like, she is so, like, she lives in a headspace that I don't really know how you could occupy all the time. And so for that reason, it's like a constant disconnect, which challenges me to sort of get to where she is.
Can you put us in the room, like when you were writing, I don't know, Kind of Complicated?
When I came to the session, I brought that to Togs and Todd Clark. And I remember I brought this song. It was like this weird idea. I was walking down the street and I started writing this song called, it was called People Looking at Me, was the title. And it was about buying a bike to convince myself that I wasn't afraid of people looking at me. It was a really weird idea, and it was like really rocky, like really, if you listen to the song Antichrist Television Blues by Arcade Fire, I was kind of like going off of that vibe. And I brought that idea to them, and then they were like, that's such a cool like vibe. And then like, it was like this stuff started happening, like Todd sort of got on the production thing, and then me and Todd Clark started talking about the song, and then we were like, okay, well, let's look at this from a different perspective. And then that was like the first step that was like, shit, okay, I have to let go of this, I think. Because if these two great people aren't inspired by my idea, like, I can still use that, but I need to let go of that and see what they think of what I did. And that like revision is like, it's hard, but it's really powerful, because then you go, okay, well, at the core of what I was doing there is this thing. And that's what I want to maintain.